How's it going? Hope you're having a great day. This is a companion commentary of my photo project Eclipse. So there's a total eclipse, whatever it's called, total something or other. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just photograph the day. This actually reminded me of doing my photo project 1111, which is a very early one. Where it's just like I'm just gonna photograph some things through the day to like the end result, and that's the project. It's very much one of those kind of vibes where I wasn't gonna get too crazy about it. I just knew I wanted to make photos and end it with the eclipse. Pretty much that simple, but I also wanted to be aware of the eclipse and hopefully add a little bit of context to the project throughout. That's kind of why I started it with this random can. It's a you get the light, the can, the circle on the top, there's, shadows and light. That was the whole kind of just introduction to this project. And then same thing I did with 1111. I photographed the gas price, and I don't know why. It's just one of those things. I think those are probably the only projects, but it's just funny how I did with that. Big fan of, I don't know, you definitely check out my project. You'll see similarities in some things where it's just like it's part of the my creative process in photographing. Again, just like, looking up at a light, just, it's very subtle things. And then we go right into like, again, this one was just like, I didn't really even care how long the project was. I was like, I'm just gonna make photos. I didn't want it to be anything that I like drawn out to make it like a big project. Like this is literally the photos I made today type. Pro- So you go right into this like just different lighting. Like it was crazy. Like how the lighting was just like, oh, ah, as you can tell. Like this is I can't remember what time it was, but broad daylight. You know what I mean? And but this is the middle of the day, and it looks like sketchy, like through these blinds here. And then yeah, so you get this weird, like just like like perfectly shadowy, like kind of like a diffused light happening early on. And I loved how this ended up coming out too. Like it was just so cool. It went by so fast. Like it was weird because it went like there was a moment that took longer than I expected. Like I thought it'd be like pretty fast, but like the really cool light seemed like I was like kind of frantically like, where I was at. I'm like, oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting this, and I'm noticing a few things, taking some photos before the eclipse happens. Again, I just love this light. Got myself a silhouette, and as you can see, I've done that in a few projects. I just have like the little slashes of light that coming through there. And we're checking out. We had the like the cardboard versions where you can look at the sun. You can just see the partial. I just like how like there's a shadow within like so this is like shot through the cardboard thing, so you can see like the shadow of the moon. All I don't know, kind of interesting how that turned out. Again, just being stoked on the situation. You know, um, cool lighting. Again, like middle of the day, but a lot of the sun's being covered up, and it's even more. Again, you can still see how like that little bit of sun that's creeping through, you know, makes this shadow in the little box I'm shooting through different to match it up. And yeah, there's you know pretty good shot of like yeah, so it's crazy. That's like where the sun is, but it's dark. Got that car driving through, and then there's pretty much a good like full on one with like yeah, just like the I don't know the light under the awning, and then there's a close up I got, and that is the Eclipse project. Simple, but that's the beauty of photography. Is sometimes like a simple project like that put together is interesting. Even just building this. very short kind of like morning narrative leading up to the eclipse, and that's something I just need to look out for more too. Like this was a kind of very easy project in a way, where it's just like, cool, there's this event, and I'm going to document my process or my day leading up to the eclipse. Very simple, but that's why, like how I mentioned, I like to kind of throw my own twist. Like, everyone has the end photo of the eclipse, but I was very focused on getting like the car photo. Like I had like ideas I knew I wanted to try to get where where it wasn't so here's just like a bunch of photos of the eclipse really close because they're all very similar. So that is the Eclipse project. I want to thank you for hanging out. And again, I have a companion commentary for all of my projects, and I'm still continuing to work on more of them as I go. But again, check out bsmitty.com. You can see them all for free. I'm on Instagram at OGBSmitty. I have a merch shop, print shop. I think I mentioned that earlier. But if you haven't yet, subscribe here. My phone's ringing, so I might answer that. And I'll see you in the next video.